Alright, hi there guys, and welcome back to a new video, long overdue. Yeah, sorry it's taken so long to make a new video. But yeah, basically in this video we're going to be covering SharePoint again, but today we're going to be having a look at SharePoint 2016. It's currently in beta, so I've never installed it myself, I've never had a look at it, so I don't know what to expect. Alright, so we're going to start off from creating, you need at least two servers for this, one being Active Directory, the second being the SharePoint server. You can't have the SharePoint server on the Active Directory, so we're going to need two servers. So I'm going to install server 2012 on a VM, and yeah, then we can just clone the VM and configure it from there. So obviously you guys do not have to watch this. I'm just going to go through the setup quickly. On 2012 R2 standard. Next. Custom. Choose the drive. Alright, and I'll be back once the installation is done. Alright guys, installation is done. This is basically the screen you get right after it's gone through 2 or 3 reboots. So yeah, you need to set a password. Okay, finalize the settings. And here we go, we can now need to insert login. Right, then we need to install the agent, VMware agent, if you're running it as a VM. If you're not, obviously, then you need to install your server software. Yeah. I think it might already be installed by default, I'm not sure. Seems quite responsive. Installed. Let's just basically the agent is like the hardware driver for the operating system, and since it's a virtual machine, you just install this agent which loads all the drivers. It's very convenient, a lot easier than testing on actual systems. This is VMware Workstation. It's a paid-for application, but you can get VMware Player, which is a basic version of VMware Workstation. It's got basic virtualization options, and you can install Windows 7 and 8 and 10. It does like the Linux and Ubuntu as well. And it's free, most importantly. Right, while this thing is rebooting, I just want to thank the guys for all the support on my previous SharePoint video. It's basically due to the great feedback I got from you guys that I decided to continue on making tutorial videos or IT tutorial videos on YouTube. So I just want to thank you guys for all the positive feedback, and yeah, I hope you can enjoy this and all future videos that I'm going to be making. So basically I'm just setting up the defaults on the VM, so I'm just going to basically shut it down now and then do a clone, so I don't have to install it twice. See, it's nice little convenient features like this that's not available in the VMware Player version. Alright. No, I want to shut down. Shut down. Okay, so once it's shut down, you simply right click on it and go to manage, say clone. It's a nice little wizard that takes you through it. Create a link, clone, creative. Yeah, I think for this purpose we're going to go with full clone. And we can call it Sharepoint 360. Save it on a different drive. Finish. Okay. Like that. 360. Alright, so I assume this is going to take a while. So yeah, I'm just going to pause the video here and I'll be back as soon as the cloning is done. Alright guys, cloning is complete. So yeah, basically it will just confirm that everything is successful, and you can click on close. And then as you can see, here's our cloned machine. So I'm going to boot this one up first. So I want to quickly set a static IP and a host name. And then we're going to do the same for the Active Directory server. It's going, it shouldn't clash. This is configuring again from right.
I was slipping into the shadows of the night, waiting for the darkness to
Alright, so let's go to here, Network and Sharing Center. Good old Network and Sharing Center. This has most probably been the most constant thing in Windows since Vista. Right, so what I'm basically doing now is giving the machine a static IP address. Always a good idea to give the server a static IP address, because if you need to access it, you know what the IP will be. So, otherwise with DHCP, you don't always know what IP it's going to end up with. Gateway, we can do AD, which is going to be 1 DNS Active Directory. Right. And we need to change host name. Oh. Got to leave shit. Okay, we'll try that when the domain is up. Start. Okay, while that's going, we can do the Active Directory. I haven't really assigned a lot of resources to these machines. That's probably why it's so laggy. It's always a good idea to do your hosting before you install any services. Let's go with YouTube AD. Okay, and restart. Okay, unfortunately we have to wait for the AD to be up before we can actually do anything further on the Sharepoint machine. Well, I guess I can install this. What's going on? It wasn't weird at all. Right. Alright, this is a beta version, so don't go and install it at your corporate company just yet. God forbid there's a catastrophic bug in it. It'll probably end up you losing your job. So don't do it. Microsoft's very quick with their development, so it shouldn't be too long until the final release is out. What's going on with these VMs? So, on the Active Directory, no, this is Sharepoint. Okay, on the Active Directory, and go run. Good old fashioned DC promo. How the hell did I forget that? Okay, while this is going, I'm going to power off the SharePoint because I need to allocate just a little bit more RAM to it. SharePoint is extremely memory hungry. Its main data source is SQL, so yeah, it's extremely, especially when you start having multiple sites and a lot of users using it, can be extremely memory resource dependent. In production environment, 64 gigs, it'll use it all up straight away. Well, I've got 60 gigs of RAM, so I could probably spare a couple. About 10, 11 gigs. I'll give it 6 gigs. 6 gigs should be enough for this. Don't run it on production like that, because you will run into problems. Hold on. I need to increase the cores as well, give it a bit more power. Let's make it dual socket, 4 cores. Yeah, I do have a 8-core i7, 16 logical cores. Should be fine. Okay, for yeah. Add roles and features. We want Active Directory domain services. DNS server. And I think for now that should be enough. Seems a little bit better, I think. Yeah. Oh, no. Might be. Just check. Okay, seems to be crafting. Okay, so did we attach the...
I was slipping into the shadows of the
No.
night, waiting for the darkness to fall.
Yes. select it here. How far are we here? Right, I'm going to pause the video here once the Active Directory is installed. Right, so we're back, and yeah, if you click on promote the so with the domain controller, it'll open up the wizard, and we're going to say add new forest. We'll call this sharepoint.qt for tutorial. Forest function level, unless you need 2008-2003 functionality only or compatibility, then just leave it on that. Recovery password, very important. You'll need this if you want to recover the configuration files. I won't find the DNS because that domain doesn't actually exist. Obviously, it's highly recommended not to store your configuration and database files on the C drive with Windows. If you can store them each in a different physical hard drive, reduces the risk of total disaster. But for this tutorial it's fine. This is not a production machine. I don't care if the machine dies. Alright, that should be it. Right, I'm pretty sure it's going to take a while, so again, going to be pausing and I'll be right back. Alright guys, installation's done and the service is busy rebooting. Once it's up, then we can join our Sharepoint machine to the domain. Alright, this thing's finally booted up. Now we can log in. And we can go to our SharePoint. Alright, so yeah, that previous message or error was exactly what it said it was. I forgot to run sysprep because cloning the machine clones everything, including all the IDs, the SID. So running sysprep with the generalize option on will regenerate those numbers. So we shouldn't have the problem now. Alright, then unfortunately we have to go through the entire setup phase again. Right. We stay fairly close to an airport, so we do have frequent airplanes flying overhead, so I do apologize for any noise if there is any. I doubt the static IP will still be there. Okay, so now hopefully we can join the domain. I'm just going to change the header name. Spelling mistake. Yes, yes. There we go. Yay. Domain join successful. So let's restart quickly, and then we can finally get to actually installing SharePoint 2016. Now I'm quite curious to see how this installation goes. As I said, I've never done it before. And as you know from your own experience and my previous video, SharePoint, the previous version of SharePoint was an absolute nightmare to install. I never actually checked if they fixed it afterwards. But yeah, that first version was extremely difficult to get running properly. So we'll see, you know, maybe they have made a good operating system for Windows 10, so who knows, this might be a hell of a lot easier, and this video is going to be a hell of a lot shorter than it would have been. But you never know, we might be lucky and run into some serious problems. Just move this to the top constantly. Alright. That is an icon. You know what? Normally you would go for setup, so in this case, let's try luck and seeing if setup works. Knowing Microsoft probably won't, but you never know. As I said, they might have changed their game. There we go, something's happening. Right, as you can see in the top it says preview, so anything from Microsoft with the word preview in, do not use in production environment. You have been warned. Don't come crying. Now, I'm not going to pause the video through this step in case some weird and wonderful error pops up. I don't want you guys to miss anything. That's how these videos are, and that's how I'll continue on making them. If I get errors, you'll see those errors and you'll see how I work around them. I will only skip through something if I know it's going to be boring. If I really know for sure that absolutely nothing is going to happen. But by all means, if you want to fast forward through this piece, go right ahead. This is generally the moment of suspense. Waiting for the elusive Microsoft red arrow cross of death to appear. Alright, that's a familiar screen. This is like deja vu all over again. Well, not deja vu, but yeah, 2013 all over again. Identity Foundation, Identity Extension, Sync Framework, Server App Fabric, Cumulative Update, Package 7, SQL 2012. Alright, so let's see. Now, previously this did not work, did not help at all. So let's just, to be safe, run it as admin. And you know what? This looks like it might just do something. Yeah, the previous prerequisite tool just immediately popped up with an error straight away. Obviously it's configuring a web server. Okay, well. This is quite exciting. I wonder if it's going to be the same thing. Alright guys, I'm going to get all these goodies together. And again, I'll post links in the description of where I download all of these packages, and yeah, once I've downloaded them all, I'll be right back, and we'll continue installing them one by one and seeing how far we can get. See you guys in a moment.